I don't really have a whole lot of time for this video, but I really quickly wanted to film some content ideas for sunroom. A popular one that just about anyone could do would be ASMR, especially if you don't do ASMR on your public channels, but if you really like watching it, then you already have a step up, especially if you have a microphone for recording content anyway. You can do fidget toy ASMR, slime ASMR, just whispering ASMR. There's a lot of different ASMR that you can do, and if you add a personal touch to it or add something from your brand to it, I think that a lot of people would be interested in that, even if they don't come to your content for ASMR. Another thing that you can offer are extra photo shoots. Say that you are a luxury fashion influencer, you can do unboxings and offer that on sunroom. You can just do extra different types of photo shoots and theme them differently than anything that's on your public social media. The goal for sunroom, honestly, is just to look different from your public social medias and then market that difference to people. If you have a vibe in mind for your content already, then you can sell that experience to your followers in an amped up way. Also, what you already post on Instagram or TikTok or even YouTube, you could just amp that up, take it to another level, go more in depth, be more dramatic, or be more personal. Those are just some quick content ideas that you can post to sunroom. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm planning on making a lot more videos like this in the future. I'm Luna Sommer. I'm a content creator myself. I'm really passionate about this app called Sunroom. It is unlike any other paywall platform that there is available now. It's even better than Patreon because there's more ways that you can customize your experience for your supporters, but because it's actually on the Apple App Store, they're not as relaxed on their content guidelines as other paywall platforms. I'm adding on to this video because it was only 4 minutes. I have thought more about what I'm gonna post for sunroom, and I've realized these are basic content ideas that anyone can repurpose to fit their own branding. Also of note, the setup is a little bit different. I'm in the exact same place that I was, but I'm actually using a light. It makes all the difference in the world. Anyone can do ASMR on a paywall platform. You do kind of have to think about your main brand though, so if you're a more of a loud content creator, maybe do fast and aggressive ASMR. If you're more relaxed, just do regular ASMR. Definitely think about how you can incorporate your brand, your unique personality into other types of content. This content does not have to be what you share on your public profiles. You can also combine different niches and put that exclusively behind a paywall. So maybe you don't do mukbangs, but you're a YouTuber or a TikToker, but you love food. You could do mukbangs behind the paywall and add a twist of your brand into them. Not to plug myself, but I personally play with fidget toys that I got off of Etsy that are handmade, and I think they're pretty unique. I do that over on my sunroom. So if you're into ASMR, I don't really do it on my public platforms, but definitely on sunroom, it is a content staple of mine. People might not come for ASMR, but I'm sure that plenty of people do watch ASMR. It's a bonus content addition that can bring different types of people to your paywall platform. Look at all the beautiful mushrooms. I have a lot of fidget toys. I got them over the pandemic. I just bought a bunch of random stuff over the pandemic. I'm excited that I found a purpose for these. The great thing that I personally like about paywall platforms is that you don't have to worry about algorithms. You don't have to worry about trends. Obviously, you do have to worry about some of that when you're getting followers for your public platforms in order to possibly convert them over to your paywall. But on the paywall, you're pretty much free to express yourself however you want to. That's my personal favorite thing about paywall platforms. It's reminiscent of early social media before this became an actual industry, before corporate people started paying attention to people creating content online. The content behind paywall platforms is typically more organic than anything that you're gonna find on public social media. You can use paywall platforms to overshare about your own life, but I would recommend being known for something before you do that, because if you're not known for anything online, if you don't have a brand, no one's gonna care about you oversharing. You need to get people interested in yourself first before you talk about your life. I know half of the videos that I make sound like they could be sponsored by Sunroom, but I swear they're not. The great thing about Sunroom though is that your content stays on Sunroom. They have a unique technology that prevents content leaks. I'm not really gonna get too much into that on YouTube. I feel like I am repeating myself because in the original video that I made about Sunroom, I said that exact same thing. The premise for that video was not necessarily the most transparent, but a lot of people make clickbaity content on YouTube. That kind of content does well. I've wanted to have a monetized YouTube channel ever since I was like 13. Do you blame me for trying to go viral? The main thing about paywall platforms is to offer something that you don't do on your public social medias. I would recommend make that sensory focused, so ASMR is a pretty good thing to do, especially if you do content on your public platforms that's focused on like sight or sound, because a lot of ASMR content is focused on that as well. Obviously, another thing that you can do though is you can go in depth into your niche on paywall platforms. That may work for a lot of people who have themed accounts. If you're a lifestyle creator, that can be hard though. People need to know who you are before you really deep dive into your life. People need a reason to care about you and spend their precious time on your content, because time is one of those things that you can't get back. Another thing that you could do on your paywall platform would be run a series. With the series, the only thing that you share on your public social medias are either the process or the finished products, and you never share both on your public social medias. The other one, the one that you don't share on your public social media, you can advertise that on your paywall platform and tease people. So for example, if you do home renovations, that's not really something that I'm familiar with, but I have watched a little bit of HGTV. You can vlog your process on your public social media platforms and include a clip of a finished room maybe. Direct people to your paywall platform to get more of the finished product, or vice versa. If you just want to show off the finished product and sell the process, then you can do that as well. If you're having trouble coming up with content creation ideas in general, slow down and romanticize your life, because I promise nobody lives in a house that is identical to yours. Nobody lives a life that's identical to yours. The more that you record that and the more that you take advantage of the uniqueness that you were given at birth, essentially, the more content that you'll be able to make for social media. It can be a lot simpler than what a lot of people think. And no, not everyone has to have a six-figure salary to be interesting online. People like to see a journey. So if you don't have a lifestyle that you feel like would attract 1 million subscribers today, that's okay. People have different personalities, different things that attract them to different people. People are not exactly like chemistry. Not everyone is going to react in the same way to any sort of stimuli. So even if you don't think that your life is some fantastic adventure, there's gonna be someone out there who is curious about your location or your lifestyle in general. That fact has been tough for me to really grapple with because I personally don't like my hometown, but my hometown has become touristy. So if I really wanted to, if I really wanted the clout, if I really wanted the attention, if I really wanted to get monetized, then I could vlog in my hometown. I could help local businesses advertise, and a lot of people would watch my content because they'd be interested in nature, for example. I'm such a stickler for my idealized brand, though, that I wouldn't do that. Because I'm not a hiker, I don't love rural areas. As much as I wish that I could move to a city tomorrow and start vlogging my life in a city, that's not authentic to my life right now. That could be someday, and it would be fun to vlog then, but even if I lived in a city and I started vlogging every day, I don't think that a bunch of people would watch. I'm not well known enough that people would be curious about my everyday life. Everyone has a journey. I think that you should respect your own journey. Don't tear yourself down before you release whatever creativity or message you have for the world. As much as I'm a fan of thinking in the spiritual realm, as much as I believe that manifesting can help your life, nobody can completely overhaul and manifest their lives overnight. If that could happen, there would be so many different influencers. The space would really be oversaturated. No one would want to go on the internet because of the overload of information that would be out there. Luckily, that doesn't happen. It can definitely feel like it's happening, especially if you spend too much time on the internet. It's a really good thing that everyone is unique. Everyone has unique interests. Everyone has unique desires in life. Otherwise, we would all be chasing the same thing, and competition would be cutthroat. Diversity truly allows everyone to live the lives that they want. If everyone respected their journey more and romanticized where they are at right now, that would be better for the common good. There would be less comparison, less jealousy, and more zen in general. Anyway, I hope that this video helped somewhat. I know that it wasn't just a list of content creation ideas. I don't think that I could give anyone an explicit list of things that they should do for their paywall platform because that wouldn't apply to everyone, and everyone just has a unique brand and a unique story. If you can combine that with something else that you don't offer on your public platforms, but something that will still spark curiosity, I think that that's the goal of content creation and selling content. Anyway, stay beautiful.